Officially back on the road. Gonna try to check out Arches. I spent a lot of time this morning going through all of the videos on my camera and my phone and getting rid of stuff so that I have more storage space. Hopefully I didn't fuck anything up. I was kind of procrastinating this morning, not just with doing that stuff, but I just don't want to be around people right now. I know that Arches is one of the most popular national parks in the US, and on their website there was all this stuff about warning about crowds and busy times and parking lots and all this shit, and I just, oh my god, I just don't want to deal with this. There's so many goddamn people traveling this summer and it pisses me off, and I'm a hypocrite because I'm traveling too. It's all so confusing and frustrating. I'm not gonna have as much time. It's already almost 11. I'm not making the same mistake I made yesterday, and I am getting to my campsite in Salt Lake today before it gets dark, because I'm not going through that bullshit again. But honestly, the drive here is so beautiful. Even that is worth it, even if I don't get to see a lot of the parks today. I'm probably gonna have to leave around, I don't know, 3 at the latest. The drive is only 4 hours today with a stop in between, so that's like not as bad at all. Yeah, it's so beautiful. I cannot get over it. Oh my god, you know what I hate about shorts? I like don't own a lot of shorts. I wear dresses and skirts a lot. Been wearing a lot of pants since I've lived on the East Coast, but fucking shorts. You think they'd be nice and easy breezy and great for summer, but they just like ride up your ass all the time, and then you have to wear the right underwear. What even is the right underwear? And if you wear high-waisted like I do, that just makes everything else more complicated. These are really cute shorts, so I gotta say they fit me like real good, but I'm still frustrated by them. I don't know how I got on that topic. Oh my god, I was listening to an astrology podcast yesterday, specifically about Gemini moons, people with moon in Gemini, and it was saying Gemini moons get distracted easily and they have very high anxiety, and they tend to be just people who need variety in their lives and need to be busy and like new things. And I was like, this is just an exact description of my trip. Exactly. My Gemini moon is shining the fuck through on this trip, gotta say. And how they don't like routine, but they do need a little bit of a routine, or else they're not gonna have that stability because they're so air-based. It was funny.
Hi there.
Hello.
$30, please.
Okay. Where did my card go? That's weird. This one it does.
Alright.
Yeah.
So what's that symbol on your forearm?
Oh, this one? It's the symbol for air when it's turned up and then earth when it's turned down. So I'm reminded that I have both inside of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Keep on breathing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know where my card is right now. What the hell just happened? I just had to pay with my credit card that has like literally $1,000 on it. Oh my fucking god. And I don't know where my license is. I probably put it someplace. It's right fucking here. It's in a different pocket in my purse. Alright. I like how she's like, interesting. Like, okay lady, don't ask if you don't want to know. Okay? I'm a weird witchy girl. Fuck. I wasn't about to go explain my Gemini moon to her. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna have to flip the camera around because this, oh Jesus, and the smoke is a lot better today. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Oh my god, come on, fucker. Okay, I don't like this camera stand for some reason. Come on, asshole. Look at that. Look at this. I'm probably gonna cry over this too, but in a good way. Look at this. Look at this. Like, why is Mother Earth so fucking beautiful? the only driving I like to do, really, is windy roads, which is fucking weird, but give me windy roads over freeways any day of the week, you know? I know my windshield is like covered in bugs, and I hope this is doing everything justice. Probably isn't. Probably isn't.
Red lights mean you're leaving. The white ones mean returning to tell me how this story ends. And I'll keep them fires burning. Ha! Headlights look like diamonds. The taillights burn like coals to tell me how the story ends. Before the fires grow
Fuck. What the hell? You are actually driving. Guess who was the dumbass who forgot to get gas before going on a very long journey? It was me. I forgot to get gas. Oops. I don't know. I think I'm about halfway through the park now, so we'll see how far I can go. I fucked up. I wish my car told me how much gallons I had left, but it just has a little thing.
I haven't looked at the sun for so long, I've forgotten how much it hurt to. I haven't looked at the sun for so long, I've forgotten how much it hurt to. I haven't looked at the sun for so long, I've forgotten how much it hurt to. I haven't looked at the sun for so long, I've forgotten how much it hurt to.
Oh my god, I was like 90% sure I was going to run out of gas on the way down out of Arches. You gonna... Okay, well, I don't know what you're doing. Why are you doing so slow, my dude? I feel like no one knows how to drive an RV here. It's just an observation I've made. Probably because they're vacationing and they fucking rented one and they don't know what they're doing. I mean, I don't blame them really. I wouldn't know what I was doing, but I also wouldn't rent one if I didn't know what I was doing. So, what are you... What's going on? Are you going... Wait... What are you... Like, I don't know what's going on, so fuck you. That was so stupid. He's literally just sitting there, and he pulled up next to me on my right-hand side where there was barely any room, and I had my right blinker on. Okay, whatever. Anyways, Arches. I almost ran out of gas. I was so close. I was on one little bar for the longest time, and I was just driving in neutral kind of the whole way down, because luckily it was a downhill ride from there on. I was like yelling at all the cars in front of me because some dumbass in an RV kept slowing down and stopping and going and stopping. You know, that kind of messes with your gas a lot. Come on. Come on. What the fuck? Why? Come on. Go, go, go. Can you please? Come on. Come on. Why? Speed limit's 40. Oh my god. Go. Go. I mean, I know it's a slow speed limit in other areas, but in this area it is not. And you're just being a fucking asshole. Rock shop? Oh. Oh, where? Oh shit, I'm gonna need to go to that, yo. Where? I don't see a rock shop. Wait, there it is. Oh, fuck. I love rocks. I have to go there. Oh no. Okay. I found like a food truck park that looks like there might be good food there. So I'm gonna eat and wander the town. I didn't go to the visitor center over in Arches because I was running out of gas. I was a little afraid to try to stop my car and then start it again. But I do know there's a lot of little gift shops around here. I'm sure there will be some kind of patch that I can get. Yeah, that was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my entire life. It's still incredible. Even just driving through this little town, it's just like you're being hugged by mountains. That's why I love mountains so much. It just feels like a warm hug. I definitely want to come back here for reals hike it. There's like only a 3-mile hike up to the Delicate Arch, but I didn't get to do it because I am a little bit short on time today. Honestly, it wasn't as crowded as I thought it was going to be, which was really nice. I'm going to check this out. I'm going to check out the rock shop. I'm going to check out, there's some kind of like gift shop little places here. I'm glad I did this. This was worth it. I want to come back and stay here for a few days or something. Go to Canyonlands, go to Capitol Reef, go to all the places over here. Anyways, it's 1:20. I'm going to eat. I'm going to do many things. And I'm going to go to Salt Lake before it gets dark. Back on the road. Yeah, I went downtown. I found like a cool little Mexican food truck, and I had a really good vegetarian torta. And I don't eat tortas very much, but it was like fresh, and the bread was definitely like toasty homemade. And I have leftovers because it was pretty big, so I'll eat that for dinner too. I got a frozen yogurt really randomly too because it's just so fucking hot here. And I was kind of craving fruit and something cold. It's pretty good. Not my favorite frozen yogurt ever, but I loaded it with a lot of fruit, so it's so cute. I wish I could have stayed longer, but it's already about almost 3 o'clock, so gotta get to my next destination. It's about 4 hours away, so I'll get there around 7-ish, 8-ish before it's dark. Yeah, it's gorgeous here. I like can't get over it. I wish I could film this entire drive. It's just so gorgeous, even just driving through it. You don't even need to go to the park if you want to. I think this place kind of restored my faith in humanity a little bit. I don't know, I'm feeling weird all the time. This trip is bizarre. I'm gonna spill this all the fuck over myself, I swear to God. Why would I get this and drive? Anyways, I found a cute little patch. I didn't go to the rock shop, but while I was in one of the stores, I found this crystal. What was it called? Calcite onyx or something? And it's so beautiful. I would take it out right now, but I'm not gonna mess with it. It is so pretty, and I was just drawn to it, and something inside of me was like, you need to get this. I've learned to not question that, so I got it. It said this is the only place that you can get that type of stone. It was discovered here in Utah, in Moab. It's gorgeous. It looks like an orange creamsicle. I haven't bought myself a stone in a while, or a crystal in a while. Another topic of the many topics I've talked about on this trip is that my spiritual witchy self has been really dampened. it was pretty bizarre because I feel like the beginning of the pandemic, it was heightened a lot. I started a lot of studies in tarot, very in depth. I learned even more about astrology. Astrology is my main thing, but I got super duper deep into it. I was doing crystal meditations. I was celebrating new moons and full moons and pagan holidays, and it was just like I felt that spiritual connection. And I've always kind of been that kind of a spiritual person. I definitely am an atheist. I definitely don't believe in any sort of greater force beyond us that's out there for us. I think a lot of stuff is just random. We do it to ourselves, I believe. But those kinds of things always felt like an inner intuition thing to me. I never really felt like there was something beyond. I just felt like it was some kind of inner intuition within the self, and these certain items or things you do kind of help bring that out inside of yourself or inside of human beings. I have no idea if that makes sense. Basically, I feel like I'm a very scientifically based witch, and it's always been like a really hard thing to cope with in a manner. I'm not religious at all. I don't feel extremely scientific, and I don't feel extremely woo-woo, for lack of a better term. That's not supposed to sound derogatory. So it's always been kind of a weird thing for me. I believe in logic and science more than anything else. Those beliefs of mine and those spiritual practices of mine were very heightened at the beginning of the pandemic, and I felt like they brought me closer to myself, closer to the earth around me. They helped me feel more of a connection with things, and it helped me just feel more solid in general. And then as time went on, it really started waning for me, and I kept getting these thoughts in my head like, what if none of this is true? What if everything just fucking sucks? What if everything is just random? Everything's just shitty? Nothing really matters in the end. Magic isn't real. The world isn't real. We're not real. I don't know. I went really heavy into it, and it's still something that I am having a really hard time with, honestly. I don't feel like anything is necessarily solved in that department. I just kind of feel like it's something that's been happening, and it's still happening. I don't know. When I found that crystal, I was like, something in my intuition and something inside of me is saying this is an item that is powerful for me in some sort of way, and I haven't felt that in a really long time, so I'm gonna fucking buy it, even though it's $8. I don't know. I wish I could have that again. I wish I could be as deeply invested as I was at the beginning of all this, and I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe I just got really hopeless. Things didn't start feeling hopeful, and I think that me clinging to that kind of hoped that would help me feel more hopeful, and it did the opposite, and so I crashed even harder. So I got a crystal. I guess that's the whole story. On my way to Salt Lake.